Hi there, and welcome to Finance Unlocked. If you feel like you're working non-stop, but the money still disappears before the end of the month, you're not imagining it. Brazil is one of the most heavily taxed economies in the world. But here's the real question. Do you actually understand where your money is going? Why does everything feel so expensive? Why does financing a car feel impossible? Why does your paycheck seem to lose value overnight? Today, we're opening the black box of the Brazilian economy. We're going to uncover how taxes, inflation, and interest rates silently shape every financial decision you make. We'll compare Brazil to other countries, reveal the hidden taxes embedded into everyday products, and show you what this system is truly costing the average citizen. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a receipt the same way again. Welcome to Finance Unlocked. To understand why Brazil feels expensive, you first need to understand one word: Selic. The Selic rate is Brazil's benchmark interest rate. Think of it as the heartbeat of the entire economy. In 2026, projections place the Selic between 12.5 and 14.5% annually. That is extremely high compared to most developed economies. But why does the central bank keep rates this high? Because inflation remains a constant threat. Current inflation hovers around 4.6%. When prices start rising too fast, the government raises interest rates to slow spending. In simple terms, they make borrowing money more painful. Credit cards become more expensive. Car financing becomes harder. Mortgage payments rise. The goal is to cool down consumption and stabilize the currency. But for ordinary Brazilians, the impact is brutal. That new car suddenly costs far more than the sticker price. A credit card balance can spiral out of control, and businesses stop investing because loans become too expensive. The government is essentially using your purchasing power as a tool to control inflation. Now let's talk about taxes, because this is where things become truly complicated. Brazil doesn't just tax income, it taxes almost everything you consume: every meal, every appliance, every phone, every online purchase. The Brazilian tax system is famous for its complexity. For decades, consumers and businesses have dealt with an alphabet soup of taxes: ICMS, ISS, COFINS, IPI, and each one affects the final price you pay. The country is now moving toward a dual VAT system as part of a major tax reform designed to simplify these layers. The goal is to reduce bureaucracy and make taxation more transparent. But even with reform, Brazil still carries one of the heaviest tax burdens among emerging economies. The total tax burden is roughly 33.7% of GDP. That means for every 100 reais generated in the economy, nearly 34 reais go directly to the state. And here's the frustration many Brazilians feel. In countries with high taxes, citizens often receive world-class public services in return. But in Brazil, many people pay taxes and then still have to pay privately for healthcare, security, transportation, and education. In other words, you pay twice. Now let's compare Brazil to the rest of the world. Take Paraguay as an example. Paraguay's VAT is only 10%. Its overall tax burden is dramatically lower than Brazil's. Or compare Brazil to the United States. Imagine two young professionals. João lives in Brazil. Mark lives in America. Both earn the equivalent of $2,000 a month. Mark buys a new electronic gadget in the US and pays roughly 7% sales tax. João buys a similar product in Brazil. But because of cascading taxes hidden inside the supply chain, import costs, and embedded consumption taxes, the final tax burden on that same item can reach 40% or more. That difference changes everything. At the end of the month, João isn't poorer because he worked less. He's poorer because the system extracts more from every transaction he makes. This is why products like smartphones, imported electronics, and cars often cost dramatically more in Brazil. Sometimes double, sometimes triple, and the result is crushed purchasing power. Now let's talk about financial freedom, because this system affects far more than your shopping habits. It affects your future. Every hidden tax, every administrative fee, every high-interest payment, that's money that could have been invested. That's opportunity cost. And when interest rates remain in double digits, many Brazilians feel safer keeping their money in fixed income investments. After all, the returns look attractive. But there's a catch. The cost of living keeps rising too. Food becomes more expensive. Services become more expensive. Housing becomes more expensive. So the real challenge isn't simply avoiding taxes. That's impossible. The real challenge is learning how to position yourself financially so high interest rates work for you instead of against you. That means understanding investments, understanding inflation, understanding asset protection. Because once you understand the rules of the system, you stop being controlled by it. Brazilian taxes exist to keep the government running and help stabilize inflation. But it's the complexity of the system that truly hurts the everyday investor. The good news? Once you understand the why behind the system, you can start making smarter decisions. You can protect your purchasing power, you can invest strategically, and you can stop losing money blindly. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe to Finance Unlocked and turn on notifications. Because here, we don't just talk about money, we uncover the systems controlling it, and together, we build financial freedom. See you in the next video.